Welcome to another reflecting video. As you can tell, this is not our normal setup. It's because the show that we're choosing to reflect on is one that is, in our opinion, very spicy. So we're like, you know what? Let's spice it up today and let's get some inspiration from our other YouTube friends. They're not really our friends, but I'm gonna pretend they're our friends. The people over at First We Feast. If you know their Hot Ones series, you know that Sean Evans interviews a bunch of different celebrities while eating really spicy chicken wings. And so we're like, as we want to reflect on today's show, which I'll explain in a sec, we wanted to do it while eating spicy things. But guess what? We're filming on a Friday and it's Lent, so we don't got chicken wings today. We got fish chips.
Fish fillet?
Fish fillet? So yeah, the show that we're gonna be reflecting today is none other than HBO's Euphoria. That show's taken a lot out of my life. It's taken a lot of us, but we know that this show is for some odd reason, it's becoming a huge phenomenon within our culture, and we're like, you know what, as Chastity missionaries, we gotta make sure that we jump on board to reflect with the culture. I just wanna give a quick disclaimer. Euphoria HBO is a show that is, at least within here in Canada, that is 18 plus. But we know that a lot of high schoolers and young adults have watched the show because the show is about a group of teenagers that navigate high school life, navigate life related to drugs, related to relationships, social media, sex. So I would highly recommend for those who are watching, if you've not watched Euphoria, to not watch it, okay? We are watching this not because we want to tell you to watch it. We actually, afterwards, I'm like, I don't even know why I watched it. So please, you don't need to watch it, okay? It's not that cool. Listen to the music if you want to, just don't watch it, okay? But this is all for those who have watched it. We want to reflect with you because there's a lot to reflect on. Let's get started. All right, so we are now gonna eat our first, we're gonna eat our first fish with this beautiful mango hot sauce. This is actually Toronto based. Shout out to Tatas. I actually went there, loves the community, love them. So we're gonna eat first, and then I'm gonna ask you a question, Keith.
Dude, there's like a bit of the second sauce on this fish. I want to eat this side.
I hate this already. Oh, this is bad already, man. Bad. So.
That's spicy.
Oh, damn, this is why they take a small bite so you can. Okay. So, Keith. So.
Oh, man.
So, Keith. We decided.
Yes? Yes? Tell me.
We decided 2 months ago that we were gonna watch Euphoria,
Good.
which just finished their second season this past month. And each season has 8 episodes. So what happened to you? Why did you only watch 4 episodes out of the 16 episodes?
Yeah, honestly, I was excited to get into the show. I'm like, oh, we get to do this for work. It's HBO, they produce some pretty good stuff. But the first episode, right away, I'm like, what is this, man? Like, I'm not feeling it. It's just very uncomfortable. And then so I'm like, but we're doing it for work, right? For the glory of God. And I'm like, if people are watching this, then I want to engage in what they're watching. So kept on watching. And I just like, and then I remember I was telling you, right? Because I was already thinking about, I was like, I don't want to keep watching, but I don't know what Kim's gonna say, because she's like, you're watching and you even like putting the timestamps for me to warn me, which scenes are really bad. So you were already putting in that work, and I was like, yeah, I think I should keep watching. But at that point, I was like, nah, like it's not good. It's not good for me. It's not. It wasn't. Yeah. It was messing me up,
Yeah, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Yo, you want to take another bite?
Do I want to take another bite? Yeah, wow. Yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it. And actually, it's not bad. I mean, like, but just kind of like, is it kind of hot,
Now in my throat, so I don't know about you. This is getting Yo, are you ripping away the skin?
No.
That's where the sauce is. What's wrong with you?
I'll take another bite. Yeah, no problem. Okay, but I want to ask you too.
No, no.
Like, how did you get through it? You know, like you finished it in 2 weeks. So what? 2 seasons, 8 episodes each.
Yeah.
How's that for your mental health?
Man, I can't even lie, y'all. Every single time I finish an episode, each episode's like about like 50 to an hour, I would just feel really like my life was sucked away. Like, it's because I had to be really intentional, right? Because I knew that there were so many explicit scenes. Honestly, sometimes it was like softcore pornography. So I knew that as I was entering, I had to be very intentional to safeguard my heart. And especially knowing that I had no idea when these scenes were gonna pop up, I'm like, I gotta be on my toes. So for a good hour, I'm just constantly reflecting, which is so good. I've never approached a show this intentional before. So every single time I finish an episode, I swear, I would just be tired. So those 2 weeks, I just remember being tired, being just like drained, even though, yeah, I can appreciate the production of it, but I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to do that again. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for toughing it out. Yeah. I feel the same way. I feel drained after every episode. It's like watching Black Mirror.
All right, we reached the second. Yeah, we're gonna eat this one. Shout outs to all the Asian grocery stores. Ready?
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 That was so quick. Okay.
This is terrible. I don't like this. I mean, ooh, it's yummy.
Not bad.
You're so dumb. Anyway, so Euphoria tends to focus a lot on the women characters in the show, but there's also a lot of male prominent characters. You know, McKay, Nate Jacobs, Cal Jacobs. Wow, who's the host from Hot Ones again?
Sean Evans?
Yo, how the heck does he do this while eating? I'm gonna try it again. So yeah, Euphoria tends to focus a lot on women characters, women characters, but there are also a lot of prominent male characters, such as Nate Jacobs, Cal Jacobs, McKay, Fizz. Ooh. What do you find the most relatable? Oh my gosh, what do you find? Yo, what do you find the most relatable with the men in the show? What do you not find relatable in the show? That took a while.
Most relatable, I would say, is you're always trying to look cool in front of your boys, look tough in front of everyone, like in high school. Yeah, you're trying to put up this front. And then least relatable is, I would say, I don't know, some scenes, right? I didn't really get into that in high school. Like that one scene where they were getting ready for a party, McKay's party is one of the first few episodes. They're all like shirtless.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen, like, is that normal for guys?
I mean, like, yeah, like you know, obviously, like, if you're with your boys, like I did it in university, but not in high school. I wasn't really into that in high school. Yeah.
Yo, did you eat the whole thing?
I did.
Oh dang, what am I doing? I'm lacking.
Well, no, while you eat that, I want to ask you a question. Like with the female characters, it's a Rue who is the main character is female. What do you find most relatable about the female characters in the show, and what do you find the least relatable?
One of the things I found really relatable is that I saw that even though a lot of them had, like, they were apparently close, you know, they had their clique, but none of them really knew what was going on in, like, for example, Kat's heart, Kat's mind. Like, they had no idea that they were doing, like, she was a webcam actress, but, like, they acted as if they were, like, super close friends, and I think that's, like, really relatable in high school, because And he'd be like, oh my gosh, we're best friends. Oh my gosh, you're like my bestie. But like, we wouldn't actually have like virtuous and like fundamental conversations about what's going on in our hearts and minds. I'm like, that's super relatable. What's not relatable? Sorry, it was in my head, now it's just left. Oh, I thought everything was very dramatic in my opinion. I'm like, I don't know why there's like a lot, like too much drama amongst the girls in my opinion. I can't relate to that too much. Too much drama, too much lying to one another. Like, I like to say mine was a little more chill in high school, you know? So I'm happy about that. I can't relate to the drama too much. Yo, I really don't want to drink milk, but like, it's literally all in my lips. Like, this is like not a fun experience.
We're toughing it out.
This is terrible.
No milk yet.
Okay, all right, time for the third one. I don't think this is Tata's X-rated. Shout out to Tata's again. Just letting you know, each level we are increasing the spiciness of the question. So I think this is a nice spicy question, but of course we gotta take a bite. We haven't even like cheers each other's yet. Cheers. Yo, how come yours look like this so much more?
Bro, I'm not, you. You wanna
That's
switch?
not, no. I gotta put more, just for you, man. Give me a second. Oh!
Yup.
That's what's up.
Yup, and
Yo.
more white tea.
Yo!
Cheers. No. That's sweet. Oh, that's spicy now. Yo. Oh my god, the seeds. I just bit into the seed. Okay.
It's not that bad. So, you haven't watched season 2 before.
No.
You have not watched season 2. For those who have not watched season 2, let me give you a little bit of a highlight, okay? So, season 2, it emphasizes on the relationship between Nate Jacobs and Cassie and a little bit of tea, okay? Cassie is Maddie's best friend, and Maddie and Nate Jacobs used to date. Oh my gosh. Oh, now it's kicking, eh? So the whole season 2 kind of like goes through the toxicity of their relationship, the complexity of their relationship. Oh my gosh, it's coming in. Season 2, episode 7. There is this intimate scene between Nate Jacobs and Cassie, and Cassie was telling Nate Jacobs, you know, tell me what you want me to do. Tell me what I should dress up, what I should eat. Tell me to do whatever you want me to do. And he was like, aren't you afraid that people will judge you? And how she responds is this: at least I'm loved. At least I'm loved by you. What do you think these characters' understanding of love is?
Twisted. It's sad.
Yo, you want milk?
Yo, this is bad. Holy.
You want milk?
No, I'm good. Yeah, man. Like, it's just like, you know, it's sad because she feels like she has to, by any means, earn his love, and you know she's willing to degrade herself, and take the position of like a slave, you know, for what? For this person, not necessarily to love her, but just to use her for pleasure. That's it, right? And it's sad because it's not even love. She's like saying, yo, I'm gonna do all this just so you can love me. But it's more like, I'm gonna do all of this so you can use me. So love is totally out of the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a sad situation all around. Yeah.
Dog, drink your dang water.
No,
You ain't, I mean, milk.
No, I'm good. Yo, but like to turn it over to you now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this scene reminds me of a scene I did watch in season 1, the carnival scene, like when Nate Jacobs chokes Maddie. He like,
Brother's angry,
threatens her, and then she gets home and there are like bruises on her neck.
That was terrible.
And then Rue, Zendaya, narrates in the background. It's not the violence that scares her, it's that she knows she will still love him no matter what he did. How did that affect your mind, your heart while you were watching that scene? How?
Honestly, come on. I don't want milk. I don't want milk. I'm a composed woman. Essentially, I think it's a very relatable scene, actually. I think that's a very relatable comment that she said. Because oh, I think it's very relatable, okay? Because I think I have a very similar heart to Cassie and Maddie, where I have a huge desire to be known, to be wanted, to be pursued after, regardless of what the circumstances look like. Because their relationship, brother Nate, like Nate Jacobs, he did a lot of things for her, all right? He bought her stuff. He would literally beat up guys who he would assume is like flirting with her. So to show this very distorted protective instincts of a guy, she desired that. She desired to be wanted. And so she'd risk anything in order to continue to sustain that. And honestly, I really relate to that because I think that was very similar to my last relationship, where despite a lot of the red flags, I just wanted to be wanted. And he gave me that. He gave me everything, even if that meant that might threaten a bit of my life. And I think it is very scary because I'm willing, and she was willing to put herself in harm's way because of how deep that desire is. So, super relatable. I don't know if you see, I'm like literally, everything is sucking away from me. This is, oh my gosh, so much fun reflecting, you know? Freaking love reflecting. All right, so we're on the fourth one. This is now looking a little bit sketchy, but I promise you, shout out to Senardi and his family, eh? This is like, I think his auntie made this.
Yep.
Yeah, his auntie. No, that's the mama, This is auntie, so thank you, auntie.
Thank you so much from Indonesia.
Woo, shout out to our Indonesian viewers, eh?
Uh-oh.
Do we got a lot? Well,
Indonesia.
Yo, there's a lot of seeds in this one, so bottom is up.
Cheers, mate.
Right?
Oh no. Bro, that's hot already, bro. Like, as I bit into it. Oh my gosh. No. Mama, no. Oh. My stomach's feeling it already.
Yeah, I don't know how you're so talkative, fam. I'm like trying to channel all my energy and like how to talk. All right, fammy. That wasn't as bad, eh? Maybe I cheated a bit. Maybe I just swallowed it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what scenes in this Euphoria? Because Euphoria is very known for a lot of its controversial scenes, a lot of them. So are there any scenes to you that are like the most uncomfortable? What was the most uncomfortable scene you remember? And why did you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, like the first few scenes right away when Jules goes to that motel room and Kyle.
Dang, don't give me that image.
I already knew, I was already anticipating that the series was gonna be like super X-rated, but watching it, yeah, it made me uncomfortable because I'm trying to get away from all that already, you know? So watching it, I was like, no, not about that.
Yo, quick disclaimer, Cal and Jules in that scene are like literally like 50 years apart. So this brother is like 60 years old and she's 16 in the show. So that also made me uncomfortable. I'm like, what in the world is this old man doing with this teenager, okay?
Yeah, a lot of conflict. How about you?
Man, that was definitely one of them. That was, oh, let me take a bite again. I'm composed, right? Right. Definitely that. Like, when you kind of just see the scene of her face, I find the director was actually really interesting, very wise, the fact that he focused on the face of Jules, and you just saw how physically hurt she was during the act. When normally, like, for example, porn scenes, they don't even focus on the face. But this director purposely focused on the face of Jules, and Jules' face was just so in pain, and that made me so uncomfortable. I'm like, why did you allow yourself to be in this situation? So that was one scene, but you know what really got me? It was both uncomfortable and made me so frustrated. there's a scene where Cassie, this is the first season, Cassie finds out that she's pregnant and with her boyfriend McKay. And this was a very emotional scene where Cassie tells McKay, I'm pregnant. And McKay is just like, oh my gosh, like I'm not ready to be a father, you know, I got college to think of, you're not ready to be a mother. I'm like, what kind of supportive, like what kind of nonsense? And then he's like, you're not gonna keep it, right? And I'm just like, absolutely no sentimental, no empathy for what's going on in Cassie's mind. She even said that she was thinking about keeping the child. Absolutely, he's just like, nah, like, you're not gonna keep it. You're not gonna be a good mother. I'm not gonna be a good father. And that just made me so uncomfortable. I'm like, if I was in that situation, I'm sharing with this guy who I had sex with that, well, here's the consequences. I'm pregnant. And he just completely disregards because all he's doing is thinking about himself. That made me so uncomfortable and made me so upset. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whoever's still watching with us, wow, good for you. Can't believe you're still with us. Well, we reached to the final one. Again, shout outs to Sonardi and particularly his mama. She made this herself. This is our spiciest one. So we're gonna be eating the spiciest one. Coming all the way from Indonesia. I made sure that this is like slathered. Like the oils are like literally being like ingrained in this fish stick. It was good to be on this spiritual journey.
Yeah, we made it. We made it
this far.
Boss level.
Yo, I'm actually not happy. I'm so sad right now. I'm so sad. Hell no.
It's pretty good. Gosh. Yo, that's really good. Wow. Sonari's mom, Tita, I don't know what you call it in Indonesia. That's so good.
Yeah, so good. It's so good.
Yo, how these ones like were spicier though?
Liquid, fam. Yo, I don't know how you're enjoying this one, but I'm like not having fun. This is not good.
We're just like getting used to it.
for you.
I'm back in my hot sauce days. I stopped eating hot sauce for so long, and then maybe, but I don't want to go back into it, man.
Anyways, well, we all know, even those who have watched series and snippets of Euphoria, we all know that the character Nate Jacobs is a complex one. He's not the most favored because there's a lot of interesting traits that he carries as a man, but we also know that a huge reason as to why he is how he is because of when he was young, when he was 10, he was exposed to his father's porn collection. And so from 10 years old, he was scarred because he saw his dad like that. I want to ask you, Keith, how do you think it would affect you and your own growth development as a child, as a man, if you were to be in that similar situation?
It's spicy now.
Can I drink milk? No. Well, I know I can, but
Yeah, if I was in Nate's shoes, I would definitely have been messed up, right? Messed up. And yeah, I would have been so confused. You know, as someone who looks up to his dad, I would have been so confused. Yeah, I'm trying to actually put myself in the shoes, right? Like, I'm like, my dad. If I see my dad do that, yeah, and especially at that age too, right? Like, so young, so you don't necessarily know what's right or wrong. You have a conscience, but then you're still growing, so it would contribute to how you see yourself as a man, as a boy, and you see that manifesting. You see that manifesting in how he behaves in the show, right? So if I was in the show, then if I was in his shoes, then yeah, it would be a tough life, that's for sure. Yeah. And for you now, there's that scene. I didn't watch that episode, but you showed me that video of Kat, when she was going through a crisis, and she's like, I'm depressed, I'm having a mental breakdown, and then and then that model shows up to her. She's like, you know, I also had a mental breakdown, but this is why I look like this. And the cat's like, I wish I could look like that from a mental breakdown. And all these other models were showing up, and they were empowering her, right? Female empowerment. But how does that? I'm just trying to figure out how that aligns with female empowerment, getting on webcam. So I wanted to get it from your perspective, right? What do you think was going on in Kat's mind for her to you know, be drawn to that, and for the director to frame it as female empowerment?
I think it's stupid. I absolutely think it's dumb. What I don't understand is that Kat was in a season where she finally stopped doing webcamming. If you don't know what webcamming is, essentially, she got paid for, in a sense, talking to men, any kind of man, who wanted to have some kind of sexual encounter with her online. And so she used to do that in the first season. Then she, oh my gosh, there it is. And then when she met her boyfriend, Ethan, that's when she stopped. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. But for some odd reason in season 2, she just became more sad and depressed. Like, oh my gosh, I have such a great boyfriend. Why am I so sad and depressed? And you know what these women were saying? They're like, oh my gosh, last year you were well, I'm not gonna use the swear word, but like, you are bad, you're a baddie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's true female empowerment. Go back to yourself back then where you were confident and you were stripping in front of men, in front of the camera. I'm like, how in the world is that female empowerment? Like, you're gonna tell me that you know what's a great way if I'm feeling low and down? I should degrade myself, go in front of a camera, especially within a porn website, and do everything just so I can get money. So you're telling me I should capitalize on my body in order for me to feel empowered as a woman? That is absolutely nonsense. Absolutely, I hated that scene. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what this director was thinking of, where he thought that, oh yeah, true female empowerment is when women takes control of their bodies, even though what happens with their bodies, she ends up just selling it online towards all these old, elderly men. How is that? I don't feel, I didn't feel empowered. I didn't feel empowered because guess what? I'm doing things, I'm taking money and doing things that I know is not actually upholding my dignity. So I don't know where they thought that was female empowerment. But that ain't true female empowerment, eh? Oh, there it is. There it is. We reached the end. We have successfully finally gotten rid of Euphoria in our life.
Thank God so much. I'm so happy. And when I told him I can't keep watching this show, I was so happy because I was like, yo, if she wants me to keep watching, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah. Do it for the people. Yeah, but truly,
oh, man.
Please know that we are praying for all those who are actually, if you've watched it before or maybe you're currently choosing to watch it now, please, we hope and pray that you enter into the show with as much intentionality as possible, because the things that we watch, at least hopefully that's what you're getting from this series. If you don't allow yourself to be intentional and to think and to reflect, things that you watch can easily impact our beliefs, our values, what we think is normal or not. Because guess what? There are a lot of things on that show that's not normal. For example, female empowerment equals selling my body like that? No. All right? So we hope that you had a good time and a fun time reflecting with us in a very different, spicy way. Please write down in the comments, what were your thoughts on Euphoria? Was there anything that you completely disagreed with? You can even answer some of the questions that we gave one another. Again, this is an honor. My name is Kim.
My name is Key.
And I'm ready to chug this very stale and room temperature soy milk. Ta-da!
Might eat some more hot sauce.
Liar. Absolute lie.